Bliss, love, and lavender, my beautiful royal family. Today is day 5 of February feminine wisdom, femininity, wisdom in February, all the things, all the F's. Today, we're going to talk about how, as women, it's so important for us to remember that listening is a great, phenomenal asset and an incredible activity that's always going to move our experiences forward. I'm going to open up by sharing a story from yesterday, actually, where I got my nails done. I get the same thing every time, pink and white French tip. So, as I proceeded to the nail spa, I had an appointment and I went into the appointment with the same nail design because I get the same design every time. For the past like 2, 3 years, I get pink and white French tip every time. So, I sat down. The woman was really nice. I sat down and she's looking at my nails and she's like, oh yeah, I see. I told her, I said, I want the same thing. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it better this time. I'm gonna do it better. Now, I got these done maybe somewhere in Colombia or wherever I was, whatever country I was in. I got my nails done prior to that, not at her location. So I know she didn't do it. So she was all like immediately off the rip compare herself to another nail tech. Now, I didn't say that I didn't like my nails before. I didn't say anything. They just need to be done. The gel grew out and I wear my natural nails. And so she's automatically, immediately compare herself to another nail tech. So that's number one. Comparison almost makes you blind because you cannot see your own true activity, quality, your own true self. Because if you're comparing and you're going up against something else, you already lost. It's already not even a thing. It's like she started comparing her work to another person's work and she don't even know if I liked it or not. So that's why it says it almost make you blind. So comparison is a thief of all joy. So number one, if you ever find yourself comparing yourself to anyone or anything, stop. Because once you start comparing, the deal is done. Game over. It's closed. It's no comparison. So she started to compare herself to the nail tech that did my nails prior to. And I was just like, okay. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna make it better. I'm gonna make it better. I'm like, okay. So as she's doing my nails, I get this done all the time. I get the same design, the same color all the time. So I know what the process looks like, right? I know that when you are, the first thing you do is you put the pink coat on. Okay, after you put the pink coat on, we gel it, we make it hard, and then we proceed to the white coat. The white coat, it's pretty much a design, right? Because it's only the tip. What we usually do is we outline the tip, okay? And then we fill in the tip with a bigger brush. So usually you use the skinny brush for the design, and then you fill it in with the bigger brush. She started doing the design with the skinny brush and filling it in with the skinny brush, and I can already see it getting messy. I can see it getting clumpy, looking milky. And I knew right then and there I had to stop her. I knew right then and there. I said, okay, I said, you see here, it's the sides messy. So she apparently, I'm not sure exactly what her nationality was, but she was some form of Asian. And so I'm speaking to her in very short terms and using a lot of body language so that way she can be able to understand. So I began to continue to look and I'm seeing all these flaws on my nails. And I'm just like, as she's putting my hands inside of the gel machine, it's getting hard, which means that in order for her to correct this, she's going to have to shave it off. I'm telling her as she's doing this, I'm telling her, this is messy, this is messy. She goes, I'm gonna fix it after, fix it after. Now, here's my question. Why on earth, if we have the opportunity to fix it now, why would we fix it after? Why would we fix my nails after they're already done? Which is going to make me be here even longer, make me have to sit even longer. I like to sit maybe an hour max unless I'm on a flight. I like for my hips to be fluid. I like for my body to move, and sitting can make you very stiff. So I only like to sit for 1 hour. Even when I'm getting my hair doesn't take a long time, my nails don't take a long time. I've cultivated my life to ensure I don't have to sit for a long time. So as she's telling me, oh, we can just fix it later, we can just fix it later. I'm like, no, we can fix it right now. Anyway, her ego and her lack of active listening skills made what should have took maybe an hour take an hour and maybe 45 minutes, almost 2 hours. So at the end of her completing my nails, and this is her time to fix it, she goes in with the nail file and starts trying to file off the messy paint. This doesn't make any sense. And especially as someone who, I'm just a person who gets my nails done, but I pay attention. You are the expert. How do you not know, right? How do you not know that filing the paint is only going to make the paint disappear, but not to straighten it, not to make it neat in the areas where the paint should still be? Nevertheless, as I'm talking to her, she like gets emotionally charged. I can see her leg bouncing and I can hear her voice shaking. And then she just gets up and walks away. I'm like, hmm? She took that personally. Now, when I came into the nail salon and I put my nails in front of her, and she began to have this ego of, I'm going to do this better. She's already coming in with comparison and she's not actively listening to what I'm saying. And then when it's time for her to correct her mistake and she tries to correct it in her way, that wasn't effective. Now she's hurt and she's taking it personally when the whole time she's a sweet woman. We're having conversations, right? Her vibe is pretty. It's nothing towards you, but the paint's messy, boo. The paint is messy, and we do not fix it by filing. We fix it by when the paint goes on messy, we correct it before we even put it in the gel machine to make it hard. Nevertheless, she began to go to her manager, and her manager comes to fix it. And I said, well, I said, you know what happened? Like, you all are really, really good. Why is she not, how could she not fix it? Like, why didn't she fix it? Why did she call you over here and things like that? And I was just asking because I wanted to understand what was her issue. And then the manager goes on and says, well, she always does this. I keep telling her to stop doing that. She always does this, right? She's not actively listening to what the customer and the client is saying. So this is costing her to lack competence because in the beginning, I thought she was just bragging, but she was really trying to prove herself of her value and her worth. So when you come in with ego and you come in with not even, I'm not going to say ego, but when you come in trying to prove yourself and trying to prove your ego, you're lacking competence. Number two, now you have to face your manager, someone who deemed you to be competent, that you're not competent. And then number three, you're getting emotionally charged and you're taking it personal when really all you had to do was actively listen and we wouldn't be here. I would be happy. You would have a nice tip. I would be happy. My nails would be done. But now it's an additional 45 minutes. And this has altered my experience with the whole entire nail salon. So now I'm seeing this woman who could potentially have did the right thing because it was the right thing to do, which is what integrity is, and just fixed my nails when I spoke up and I articulated to her, listen, this paint, we're gonna have to correct this. But yet she completely ignored what I said and she wanted to do it in her way. Now I trusted her. After she said, oh, I'm gonna do it a certain way. I'm gonna do it at the end. Even though it still didn't sound right to me, I'm just still like, okay, I trusted her. Trusted her to make it right. Well, at the end, she didn't make it right. She the method that she used, it wasn't right. Okay. And it didn't do anything but make me stay there for longer. And it actually was hurting my nails because you're trying to scrape something off my nails that has been through the UV light and this amazing technology that we have, it has hardened. And now I'm upset because It's like 45 minutes in, like I'm not upset, but I'm appalled because you didn't listen to me. This is what happens when we don't actively listen. We do things and we self-inflict insecurities that make us come across incompetent. And then when it's time for us to show up, we lack confidence because we didn't listen and actively listen to our environment, what God was trying to show us. We didn't actively listen to a person communicating to us that they are not equipped or have the resources to effectively date and court us. We're not listening to one of our team members who's emotionally and mentally checking out, but we still have to get this project done. So we're not effectively listening and we're not actively listening to them and we're not taking them to the side and spending 30 minutes to help them get their mental health in check. So that way the project can be produced effectively. And now when it's time for the project to be produced, this person has checked out and they're actually out for a whole week on mental health leave. So when we actively listen, as women, when we actively listen, we get further and we don't try to remix the answer. We don't remix what we're hearing. We hear what it is, we take it for what it is, and then we show up. And that's when we put on our ego, right? And that's when we do our thing. So today is about active listening and listening to the people who are communicating to you. Even if it's not exactly what you want to hear, sometimes we can remix the answer just because it's not what we want to hear. Be wise and actively listen, and you'll find things will go a lot smoother in your life. You'll get the results that you want. And the active listening will allow you to move the experience forward as a leader, as a mother, as a lover, as a nail tech, as an expert, as an entrepreneur, as a coach. You will be able to move the experience forward only if you listen to what's being communicated to you. So, today was day 5 of the feminine wisdom in February, and today was about actively listening. Be wise, okay? Have your ego, right? But also listen. Never let your ego get in the way of you learning and you moving the experience forward because you'll benefit more than anything. All right. See you in the next video. My birthday's tomorrow, so happy birthday to me in advance, and I'll see you